at home all the time. I have aircon blasting at me 24/7. I'm feeling a little bit lazy to shower. So yeah, 2 years ago, I was a different man. 2023, I'm a different guy. And yeah, let's just end of story. There, that's it. Done that. Been there, done that.
We'll stop there. We'll draw the line there.
Yeah, I've already, you know, I shower every day now.
Come on, viewers.
Twice a day.
I'm pretty sure every one of you watching at home point. Let's be real.
Seriously. Okay, when was the last time you did that? And why?
And why?
Because too much work, too much what?
Yeah, I guess I was just like, you know.
Or you just think that your man aura and your man stench is just is you know.
I didn't want to go there, but since you mentioned it, you know, some people they do like that. Just like how we like the next game.
I don't know which people you're talking about, but now I am excited to see this game here because it is finally time here to figure out who comes up on top. We've got Egoist going up against Error 404 up on screen right now, and blue side we have Egoist, and on the red side we have Error 404. And starting things off, we do see a lane cut coming from Egoist, knowing that there's no point challenging the Terisla in the XP lane from Egoist.
Oh, Terrence, I'm liking what Egoist is doing. Look at this. They're going in for the jungle invade very early on. When they talk about this, that competition, they must win early. And if they can do the 70-30 at this stage, it'll be amazing. So far, so good.
Oh, great zoning tactics coming in from Vendetta Egoist. And currently, he is going to be in an awkward position. He's going for the Petrify. He almost got the kill. He might actually die to this. But however, Azura Rio forced to go in for the Flicker for the trade-off to get a 1-for-1 trade. But it is going to cost his life here. While Arrow 404 is going to be losing a lot of space. Bottom side for Secret gets a solo kill against Pingu down bottom, so this is going to equalize the space for Egoist, but it seems like Arrow 404 will come on top with the economy trade-offs.
Oh, and unfortunately, they didn't manage to steal the buff, so mission kind of failed there. JH may lose his life. They are going in for it.
Goodness.
Oh no, here comes the cavalry.
So much damage being done from JH. Fortunate for them, they do have the teams already starting to go in for the help as well. But right from the get-go, bare 2 minutes a game, we are going to be having a big Abrasers wrap from Lord Ricky. Connects on 4. It seems to be a disaster, but they do trade off Vendetta in this fight-off. And Arrow 404 will continue to extend the lead right before the first hurdle. What was Egoist thinking about this?
Well, for JH to go and try to steal the jungle creep, I mean, I don't think that is the right timing because they just lost the fight around there, meaning that your opponents are still somewhere there farming around that area, and because they lost that fight at the timing where the turtle is up, they might even lose this turtle.
Oh my god, such a risky play. Arrow 404 with the penalty zone, and the Revolution comes in to zone them out, but the turtle will be secured from Arrow 404. However, the Ube coming in from the heels from SS will keep them momentarily alive. A big Abrasers wrap from Lord Ricky is going to scare them off. They trade 1-for-1, a jungler for a roamer. Once again, Arrow 404 is still coming up on top with these trades.
Yeah, we're starting to see the sustain coming in from Yamikaze. You gotta take him out first. But then again, in the group fight as close as that, if you overly focus on him, you'll be punished.
Yep, meanwhile, for Secret getting a little bit greedy with his plays, but gonna flicker. Divine Judgment is gonna set up for Pingu, but the kill will be secured by DYY instead, so Egoist is gonna be a little bit happy about this situation. But still, a very, very risky play from Team Singapore. Wow, Arrow 404 is gonna play this low, considering that they are trying to drag this into the later stage game. We saw Yamikaze's item as well, having the steel legs and then potentially going for the Enchanted Talisman, while Lord Ricky looking to punish Bingo. Azura doesn't have the Divine Judgment to save his life, but seems like it is going to be under the protection of Tier 1. Real Militia drops in as well, trying to chip away at the grid, but he does finish him off right at the edge. No sustains whatsoever, while the top side, they are going to try and trade off for Egoist to get a kill, and they do get the kill on Natsu, but the Tier 1 down bottom will fall in the hands of Arrow 404.
Oh, looks like Arrow 404, they know that they cannot play this slow. They know that they cannot depend on the late game. They're pushing it back onto Egoist. After Egoist kind of revealed their strategy of going in for the jungle invade very early on, so they know that that cannot happen. They know that they're going to push it. But now, Arrow 404, they're bringing back it onto Egoist.
This is exactly what we're talking about as well. The Ube strategy coming in. Vendetta from the sides is going to be able to AOK. But look at this. Only 4 minutes of the game very early Ice Queen ones coming from Denso is going to be very problematic to stack it up, especially with the SS low. So this is going to be a big problem for Egoist if they commit towards a very, very big fight. And they are about to as well, because the turtle down bottom has spawned and everyone from Aero 404 is in position, while Egoist is looking for a 5-man commitment. Penalty zone connects onto Natsu, who's going to come out alive, but the Real Woman Nation will zone them off. The counter one as well is going to help zone them out, and it is going to be all-out brawl coming in, but it is going to be Egoist that steals the turtle. But can they get out? The stones coming from Denso is going to kite Vendetta, but they don't seem to be able to finish him off. It is a 5v4, but with all this considered as well, Aero 404 took a 4v5, did not lose the fight, but they do fight and make space for 4 Secret up top to benefit on the fight.
Again, another group fight like that, very close quarters. We see how Yamikaze just sustains the entire team, and while sustaining, they manage to take that turtle away. So it's going to be tough if they don't take down Yamikaze, but Yamikaze has to be off position, but Natsu, no.
There's no way he survived this. He's all by himself. Penalty zone has been expended as well, and that's going to be a freebie, but can they give it for him? But forced to use the stolen penalty zone and to commit to that fight, while middle lane here, Egoist, they do not have the numbers to contest this, so they are going to try and trade the tier 2. Meanwhile, bottom side, DYY will get a tier 1 for themselves. Aero 404 still leading a little bit more. But Azura, what are you doing? You're all by yourself. He is going to get the Divine Judgment on Yamikaze, but the heals are going to keep him alive. Real Prediction will finish from Azura, while JH in a little bit more trouble. The crits come in, but it is going to be Yamikaze that gets the kill.
Dude, the great Yamikaze, again, is the same recipe that they just repeat, because if it's not broken, why fix it, right? So they just play very close to each other. We can see that they're moving as a 4, trying to get those pickoffs. And whenever they do that, they have Yamikaze to back them up. Egoist, they have a problem, especially if they're being picked off like 1 by 1.
Oh, it's interesting to see Yamikaze rushing the Oracle as the second item here to prioritize the heals here, knowing that Egoist doesn't have the burst to shut him down, especially with the Divine Judgment. And because the Divine Judgment values magic here, Valentina doesn't necessarily have the strongest early burst to set things up, especially when how Yamikaze is so far off. And we are heading into the middle stage of the game. And currently, Egoist still looking to contest the third turtle once again, but this time they will be forced to concede this as Aero 404 will group up as 5.
Yeah, smart move for Egoist to just let this turtle go, because they know that at this point they cannot contest it anymore. And with it talk about like early game domination has to come from Egoist. Unfortunately, they were countered by Aero 404, not giving them any opportunity. I mean, the numbers.
Prediction-wise, Aero 404 overwhelmingly taking 92% as of yet. But it can vary in terms of prediction, because top side, Natsu is going to get caught off. There's no way he's going to come out alive unless he goes for a penalty zone. He is buying a little bit more time. Frederick comes in. Can he get the trade-off? And yes, Lord Ricky looking for it as well. Gets a 2-man taunt, but he's all by himself. Divine Judgment connects the dot, and they force the real position. And that's going to be Egoist getting a double kill, while Aero 404 is looking to threaten the inhibitor down bottom, and they might actually get it.
What?
Egoist, they're calling for recalls. Only the Kaja remains, but the explosion will clear off the minions, but the damage has been done. Almost half HP on the inhibitor. Vendetta gonna be looking on for the wave clear as well. Can they get the Azura? Nope, the crit is not gonna be enough, but they do trade the tier 2 up top. But Azura, a little bit too much. Yamikaze will finish with the slow, but they do get the inhibitor eventually. Egoist, they've lost a little bit too much in this trade.
Well, yeah, I mean, Egoist, they got a couple of kills, they got a tower, but then again, it's not going to be worthwhile for them, if you ask me, because they lost the inhibitor at the bottom lane. But look at the movement by JH. What is he doing there? Oh,
he's
no.
all by himself. He's got the Martis coming in, but the heals from Estes a little bit too much to handle. He is going to be able to go up healthy as well. Azura does have the Divine Judgment, but still hesitating to go in for the fight. While Aero 404 is looking for objectives here. 20 seconds left before this next Lord. They will deny the purple, but here comes the penalty zone. It connects on 3. Real world manipulation comes in, and the counter penalty zone comes in, but it's not gonna matter. They just don't have the damage. Natsu will be healed up by the Estes, and he still survives. And now the reset comes in. Egoist, they lose 3, and Aero 404 has so much space to work with.
Ooh, okay. Aero 404, they have that opportunity. JH a little bit caught off guard. His teammates a little bit too far. Even though he managed to evade them, yes, he's NTCC, but if his teammates are just too far away, they cannot follow up anyway. So you end up just taking damage for nothing.
Yep. And now with the Lord going to be up for grabs as well. Egoist falling behind with 4K net worth deficit. They have no choice but to go for the split push. And Arrow 404, they can't. They're not allowing it, considering that they have one inhibitor advantage down bottom. This is going to be tough. But before that, let's talk about instant replay.
Yeah, so just look at the movement. So at this point, they do not have JH because he was too low, he had to back out, and he cannot come back into the fight. Yes, he's anti-CC, but the moment he goes there, because he has only like, what, 30% health, they'll easily still take him down.
Yep. In this case, Vendetta's Vengeance is going to start it as well. Petrify connects on one, but no follow-up through. It is going to clear the minions, but the heals from Estes will continue to allow them with this assault, while the rest of the team from Egoist is cutting off the creep waves down behind. And JH is thinking to try and split off the fight where they can go for the pick-off. Azura also from the sides waiting for the jump, but
Lord
can't
Ricky
see the talent his way through. Lord Ricky just completely ignoring the Martis. Not much of a threat because top side inhibitor will fall from the side of Egoist. And here comes the penalty zone. They force the back out. Azura is here to go for the Divine Judgment, but the heals from Estes is going to keep Force Secret alive as they continue to blunder their way through. Revolution will keep them in check, but where's the minions? The Lord is coming down bottom, and Egoist, they don't seem to have the damage, but they somehow still lose members in this process. 3v5, 5-man strong from Era 404, and they are going to close out the Crystal. They focus down the fight, but it doesn't even matter for Egoist anymore. It is over because Arrow 404 takes game 1.
This is one of the fastest games that we had. 11 minutes and 40-ish seconds. 10 minutes and 40-ish seconds, not even 11 minutes. So it was a very convincing win for Arrow 404 because they know that their opponent is trying to catch them off guard early on. Because like what we discussed about the pick-off strat. And they managed to counter that. They know that they'll be jungler invaded, and the moment they realize it, they're not letting it go.